This past week of being an Xbox fan has had its ups and downs. The week started off great with Xbox announcing FPS boosts for 70 backwards compatible games, and I think that's absolutely tremendous. But throughout the week, there's been a lot of shit going on. Well, not really Xbox related, but a lot of hate going on. You know, the whole Apple versus Epic court battle has leaked a bunch of different emails, and a bunch of different questions was being asked in court about Microsoft and Sony and Epic and Apple, all types of shit. But of course, fanboys focus on what was said about Xbox. You know, one thing I saw that really had me like, what? When people are surprised that hardware doesn't make money for Microsoft. Yes, the Xbox consoles themselves, the actual hardware, doesn't make money. And I've seen people on Twitter saying, wow, that's a damn shame. Xbox doesn't make money on consoles. And I'm like, are you guys serious? Everybody knew that. It's been said so many times that Xbox and Sony doesn't really make money on hardware. They don't make money on consoles sold. At the start of a generation, I mean, eventually they do, but I'm like, why are people acting surprised by this? That's why everybody knows they make money off of software and services. Nintendo might make some money off of their hardware, but when it comes to Xbox, they make money off of software and services. That's no surprise. Everybody knew that. But of course, the Xbox haters are acting like that's a big surprise. Now, we also hear some things that Game Pass might not be profitable. Now, I don't know if this is a fact, but Tom Warren said Game Pass isn't profitable yet. Then I heard that it was before, but now we're hearing that it's not. In my honest opinion, is this a surprise? We all know you have to spend money to make money, right? And Xbox is investing millions, actually billions of dollars into Game Pass. Billions. Yeah, $7.7 billion is just one of the investments that they made into Xbox Game Pass. So even though they're at 22 to 23 million subscribers, they might not be profitable yet. But trust and believe, Microsoft is a company that can take that hit. Listen, man, why do services like Netflix or Disney Plus have free trials? Well, that's because they want you to get in the ecosystem and hopefully stick around with their content. Hell, didn't Disney Plus say before they even had one subscriber, they spent $1 billion into Disney Plus? I'm sure they're profitable now because they have like 90 something million subs, but think about this, guys. Xbox is a very successful business, and I'm sure they know what they're doing, right? I know they had some stumbles before with things like Mixer, but Xbox Game Pass has 22 to 23 million subs already, and it's only going to grow. It's only going to get better. Something else that's been popping on Twitter this week. It's been a very busy week for Xbox news and a whole lot of Xbox stuff going on Twitter. So the next thing I wanted to talk about was a X343 Industries employee who worked on Halo Infinite. He was a skybox artist. He's spoken about the game on Reset Era, and the developer claims that overly ambitious plans for the game led to 343 Industries having to work on a new engine for the shooter, which led to the studio working on the game and the engine simultaneously, causing trouble. It was because of these troubles, apparently, that the game's initial gameplay showing was so subpar. The developer also claims that a number of ideas 343 Industries had for Halo Infinite have been cut across both multiplayer and campaign, and that development has been characterized by crunch for a number of months for a large number of 343 employees. I think the finished product will still be great, the developer says. The story is a big improvement and the gameplay is much richer, though the development cycle was too long. Don't expect it to be an epic masterpiece. So here we go, X343 Dev. You know, he's saying what we pretty much already assumed about Halo Infinite. Because the development cycle has been so long, we all assumed that there was obviously some issues with Halo Infinite. And last year's showing at Xbox Game Showcase last July pretty much confirmed that. Now, every time we hear about a development team creating a new engine while developing the game, every time we heard that from other teams working on other games, it always seems to be a nightmare. And yes, I mean, what he's saying seems to be true in my opinion. Maybe the game was too ambitious and the previous engine couldn't handle it, so they had to develop a brand new engine. So here we go. Halo Infinite is the talk of the town again. There are plenty of people saying Halo Infinite must be great. It must be great, and I'm going to give my opinion on this. Halo Infinite, we obviously want Halo Infinite to be great. If Halo Infinite is trash, will it kill the Halo franchise? And I think that's a valid question. I don't know. I guess it could if the game is absolute ass. If the game is average, maybe not. Like Halo 5 campaign was okay, but the multiplayer was great. Now, if Halo Infinite campaign is great and the multiplayer is okay, who knows? But it is a big game for Xbox, and I'm thinking Halo Infinite is going to be a pretty decent game. No game is going to get a 10, but I believe the game will probably be around 7 or 8 or 80 or something. I don't know, I'm just predicting, but we'll see what happens. Now, something else that happened throughout the week is Resident Evil Village. Digital Foundry did their comparison video, and they run great on all consoles. The Xbox Series X and the PS5 with ray tracing on. The Xbox Series X runs better, not much better, but it has about maybe a 4 to 5 frame rate advantage, sometimes a little bit more than that. So yes, Xbox Series X runs better than the PlayStation 5, but apparently the PlayStation 5 loads better. Now, Digital Foundry said that the PlayStation 5 loads in around 1.8 seconds. The Xbox Series X loads around 8 seconds. And of course, the Xbox haters are going crazy on Twitter about the damn game loading faster. Now, first off, let me say this. Since the game is officially available now, I saw some Xbox guys have video footage of their game loading up in 3 seconds. I'm not sure if they were in a different part of the game. I'm not sure if Digital Foundry did something wrong with how their game loaded. I don't know. But some Xbox guys are showing proof that their game is loading up in around 3 seconds. Now, even though the PS5 still loads up quicker, but the disparities doesn't seem to be as big as Digital Foundry said, but who the hell knows? But it's just funny to me how the PlayStation fanboys now are running with the loading speed. Oh man, this generation is going to be a shit show. Xbox version runs better, but they're running with the loading times. We knew this was going to happen because last year, before we knew the official specs of the Xbox Series X and the PS5, we knew that the PS5 had a better SSD, and some of those ponies ran with, yes, the SSD is going to make the graphics better, it's going to make the frame rate better, it's going to do everything, and we all know that's a bunch of bullshit. Now, are the tools coming for the Xbox Series X? Are the tools here yet? The tools. I don't know if they're here yet, but it seems like the tools are coming and the Xbox Series X performance is getting better and better. So don't be surprised if these Xbox haters continue to run with, but it loads 1.23 seconds faster, DirtGriggity. Anyway, guys, I'm about to get out of here. And it was an interesting week for Xbox fans. A lot of crazy shit happening on Twitter. I'm about to get out of here, guys, but if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you happen to stumble upon my channel and you think I'm decent enough, why don't you go ahead and subscribe? And if you subscribe, hit that notification bell to know what my black ass is doing for new content, baby. All right, everybody. Peace and love. Peace and love. Shit. Damn, man.